Alright guys, so try number 3. Let's try this one more time. This is the third time that I've started this video trying to, get everything to not sound weird, not sound poppy, not sound anything really super crazy. Yeah. So, once again, we're going to start playing The Division. I played through this entirely on my Xbox One, decided that I wanted to start playing it on my PC, and so we are recording it to, for posterity. Lots of fun. I thoroughly enjoy this game. We'll be playing 100% solo unless I die continuously on stuff, which I shouldn't. But oh well, let's see if we can do this. So, all that I have done in my entirety of this game so far is to create my character, go through the whole aim your gun tutorial basic, pretty much. I got down all the way until going down here. It's after you start pretty much doing everything. It is after the tutorial and everything like that. It is just becoming lots of fun. And so yeah, so we're just going to be continuously playing this game, doing it in 30-minute increments. Oh my god, I made that mistake last time. 30-minute increments. The moment that I actually, learn how to do stuff. Oop, that was wrong. Hold control. Okay. So I am playing on a Razer Tartarus with a Razer Death Adder mouse. So it's a keypad. It's a keypad and a mouse. I thoroughly enjoy them. I like them a lot. The only issue that I have is that when I have to do things like control, it's not on my keypad to start off with, and so have to, manually hit that on my thing, on my keyboard, which can become an issue. It becomes an issue when I'm trying to start new games, because it means that I have to get all the way out and, figure all of my controls out again, then re-enter the game. But of course, it doesn't happen until I'm well over the time that it's, everything is supposed to have happened, so. Ooh, protective armor. Like, see, that was my tab, and it, for some reason, did weird things. Protective armor. Dark mods. Quick release. Can I mod this? Yes, I can. Awesome. And, that's awesome. I thoroughly love that. Seed auto equip when you pick up. Okay. So yes, you guys are learning this as I am. V apparently doesn't do anything. C doesn't do anything. X is auto run. Z is something. You know what? We're gonna make this easy. We are going to look at settings, key mapping. Ha! Use cover, climb. Sprint to shift. Zoom in / melee. That's fine. Q, E, those are fine. Reload is fine. Signature skill of T is going to be a problem. Okay. Signature skill T. Let's actually make that V. Medkit is going to be mouse button 4. Side button 4. I'll make that left. Skills map. On right. That we're gonna need a whole bunch of. But I wanted, what was the other one? Control is going to be mouse button 5. Okay. So now that we all have seen all of these, let's see if it works. Control, mouse button 5. Consumables, excellent. So that's the grenade. Okay, but yeah, so see, you guys have seen the exact same amount of this game that I have right now, at least on the PC. So we're just trying to make everything as fun as possible. And, you know, just talk some more. It's actually a lot of fun. I thoroughly love this game. I love the entire concept of this game. I played through the entire beta as many times as I possibly could, created multiple characters, loved it every single time. Played through it. I now have 3 top levels on the Xbox One. Which one's control? Haha. See, like that's also a problem, is where I will set stuff up and then forget what I set it as. And so and probably this first episode is going to be really like heavy on pretty much everything going wrong. Like, it's going to be way too loud, there's going to be too many different things. I don't even know, but statistically there's probably going to be a lot of things wrong with this first episode, just because like I said, it is a first episode. If something is wrong way too much, I will probably try to fix it. They got Alex. Did you hear that? One of the bad guys just yelled, "They got Alex!" Like, I'm kind of impressed that they added in names for individual NPCs, at least within the groups, without them telling us. That's rather impressive. And you guys will see as the game, or as we slowly progress through this game, how my playstyle changes. In this very beginning part, I'd like to be kind of in the middle of it, kind of just right there. after this, I will switch 90% of the time to be using a sniper. Loot item, C to equip item. Yeah, ooh, I have to examine. Let's actually equip that one. That'll work. That'll work just right. I love doing these missions. Like, I'm sorry if I'm, like, really not talkative. A lot of the times when I'm doing stuff like this, I just forget to talk. Which I know sounds stupid, but it's actually a lot easier to do than you think. Mainly because, you know, it's you're sitting alone in a room talking to people that you've never met, probably have never seen before, will never see again, and it just gets a little odd when you're trying to like think to yourself but at the same time talk to other people that aren't even in the room. Like, yeah, if you can't tell, I have played my fair share of this game. What are you? The thing I love most about these is there's always something in here. We're gonna loot it. We're not gonna equip it. That one sucks. But yeah, it's a rather interesting thing when you're trying to. If you guys heard that, I'm sorry, but it's a rather odd thing to basically talk to an empty room. But we make it work. I'm not liking how it's. So like I'm right now I tapped Z, or I tapped shift, and it's going to bother me. Sprint should be press to sprint. No. So now I need to hold it down to sprint, right? Yeah. See, I like that a lot better. Cause that way, enough chance that somebody like comes up and does something, I don't have to like double tap it again. All I have to do is just shut that door. Achievement unlocked. I love the achievements for this game because half of them are really, really simple. It's just like complete the main mission, and then the other half of them are stuff like that, where it's just like, oh, saddle or be using a car as cover and go along the door and close the door. You got an achievement for that. And it's just like that to me, that seems like an interesting achievement to put into the game, because like most of these cars have doors, and you'll get it just by accident. Like I know that I got it 100% by accident the first time I was playing, because I didn't notice that it was a thing. I didn't notice that I was along a car door, or along a car, and the door moved. Like that was just not something that I had thought would be a thing. Wait, were those better? Yes. Did I have anything to sell? Yeah, we will try to keep you as updated on this as possible. Military G36. Ugh. So a little info about me. The G36 is actually my favorite gun in the world. Don't know why. It is. I love the G36. It's fantastic. No mods for any of those. Okay. Yeah, it's fantastic, and I'm a huge fan of the fact that it's a highly used gun by like actual military forces. That's, to me, that's awesome. And so yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. I like lots of random things. Did I redo that one? I don't think so. But it's not like we have a big skill to do anyway. Signature skill, that's the one. Completing main missions rewards you with some XP, resources, credits, and gear. You can also play main missions on hard difficulty for better rewards. And they're really better. The rewards for hard difficulty are, I don't want to say 10 times better, but they're generally, let's say 7 times better. I love this one because I've played through this mission, specifically this one, so many times because it was part of the demo that I know where they're going to come from the entire time. And that was it. That was the parking lot. Yeah, see, I'm much more of a slow move, single fire target shooter than anything else. Crap, how'd you do that? Well, step 1 is I played this game a lot. Step 2 is I've played this game a lot. And step 3 is I've played this game so often that I know where pretty much all of the resupply points are, all of the enemy spawns, all of that stuff is, because I've played this game probably way too much. Like, see, just a little too much. Side note, haven't used a single med pack this entire game yet. Let's do that. Let's see how many I can go through. How many episodes I can go through before we have to actually use a health pack. Double kill. Yeah, I will. This is the one I was looking for. Let's equip that. That is a little bit better stat than the one I have currently. Swoop the upper floors. Hey, I bet you there's people up here on these second floors. No, there's not. There's only people on the third. Oh, watch this. And now we're on to a no respawn zone. No respawn zones in this game are actually slightly tough. Slightly. I need to restock. Yeah, I say slightly tough just because, like, once you know where the people are coming from, it's not really that bad. And so you can kind of plan where you're going and how you're going to deal with stuff. Based on that. I don't know. And there it was. That was it. That was the mouth. That was the health pack. Really? I love when people say that. I'm just like, yeah, we would have been fine without you. It's like, well, then why did you ask for help? Like, there shouldn't have been a need if you guys were gonna be fine without us, right? Oh, there it is. And weapon screen popped up. Cool. Compare police and for higher higher speed, more accurate, lower reload speed, less thing, and it doesn't have this. So we're going to say no. 15's okay, 8's okay, 13 right now is good. No DC funds, no anything like that. Go to Manhattan. Ooh, I wonder if I can get to this before the end of the first one. I really hope so. If I could do this cutscene as the end of the first episode, that would be fantastic. The only issue I think is that it is longer than 3 minutes. This episode will be running right at 30 minutes if it is. I love this. We're going to talk just a little bit through here so that, you know, on the off chance that there is something having to do with copyright issue, then it won't come from this. Ooh. Burn. Literally. Well, kind of. Not really literally, but almost literally. Like, close enough to be a thing, I guess. Ooh, she said a bad word. That's also something we're going to try not to do. We're going to try not to cuss the entire time I'm doing anything. It's not going to be the easiest thing, considering that I love cussing. I mean, I don't love it, but I do it quite often. And yeah, it is just a thing that happens. When stuff doesn't go my way, you know, general game stuff, when stuff like this just doesn't go right. But yeah, so this is going to give us a little bit of a thing. And that is, you know, the first beginning to the divisions, my friend. Ooh, I guess we'll get to the end of this cutscene, and then once we get to the end of this one, will be the end of this first episode. So yeah, this has been actually rather fun. I kind of enjoy playing this game, and now that I, you know, have a reason to play. Ooh, that was my mask. That one right there. Or maybe it was her mask. I mean, I don't really know whose mask that was. I know, you know... And this is us getting into Manhattan for the first time. Oof. Look at that. It's a beautiful game. Like, this game is so well done. I thoroughly enjoy this game so much. And... Ooh, yeah. First wave gear. Oh, I love first wave gear. First wave gear in this game is fantastically awesome. That explosion was the ride in. It's great. JTF, Joint Task Force. Took me the longest time to figure out what that stood for. Just like, help JTF agents. What? Who is what? I don't... Oh, for the love of God, I don't understand. But, like, this isn't even on, like, super epic high. And... yeah, like, it looks amazing. I don't know what the little orange thing is up at the top right of the screen. I think it's normally like the voice recorder audio, but it's going on when I'm not talking, so who knows. But yeah, so that will be episode 1, my friends. We will see you in the next one.